I'm Seán de Brún, co-author of the Irish programme Bona Cainte with my colleague Martina Liarta. There is a significant number of additions to the new Bona Cainte 1 programme. It includes new material in relation to the seasons of spring and winter. There are also new conversations, new songs and poems which add greatly to the programme. The planning is improved drastically in terms of it is much simpler, it's much more concise, and it is very comprehensive, and it meets all the learning outcomes of the primary language curriculum. In Bona Cainte A and B, we introduced the seasons, spring and winter. We've continued this in a logical, sequential way for Bona Cainte 1. There are some lovely animations, songs and stories in relation to these new themes, which children really seem to enjoy. There are many aspects which teachers enjoy about Bona Cainte, but particularly we put a lot of emphasis on the planning for the teachers, because we realise teachers are very, very busy people. The planning is very concise, it is very accurate, it is very comprehensive and very easy to use. It helps the teachers in their long-term planning, in their short-term planning, and also with their daily notes for teaching. The key selling points of Bona Cainte 1 are, number one, from a teacher's perspective, the program is very teacher-friendly. The language is made out very clearly. All the learning outcomes are met for the primary language curriculum. There's a huge choice of songs, poems and stories which are very attractive both for the teachers and for the pupils. There's a significant amount of revision also in the program which the children find very, very helpful as they acquire a second language. Simplicity would be the key element in terms it is very user-friendly for the teacher. The technology is of a very high standard, it motivates the pupils, and the learning outcomes by the pupils are quite good, which is very gratifying for us as the authors of the programme. There are four main components to the package. Number one, there is the technology. It is of the very high standards with very good animation in relation to the conversations, the poems, the songs, the stories. Secondly, there is the pupils book. A lot of emphasis has been put on the importance of the pupils book. All the activities are educationally focused and they help the pupils achieve, both in reading and writing, the learning outcomes of the primary language curriculum. The third element is the teacher's manual. All the work is done for the teacher. Yearly planning, fortnightly planning, a grammar scheme, phonological awareness, comprehensive daily notes for the teacher. The fourth component of the program are the storybooks. There's a comprehensive range of storybooks for junior infants, senior infants, first and second class. These are totally integrated with the program. They're highly attractive, visually very, very good. Also, there's a QR code at the back of each book which allows parents and guardians at home to actually help their children with Gaeilge, where the stories are read to them. The storybooks are a key component of the program and they're completely integrated into the technology component. The pupils will already have seen the stories animated in the classroom, but to assist the child and their parents at home, the books are very attractive, they're visually very attractive. The text is at the bottom of the page for the pupil, but for parents and guardians who do not have a command of the language, there is also a QR code at the back of the book which reads the story for the actual pupil, which is very attractive. And these stories have been really, really appreciated by pupils, and they often ask their teachers, when are we doing the stories? We feel the teacher's book is a critical component of any teacher's life in primary schools. As teachers today are extremely busy, we have put a lot of time into the planning of this book. Number one, all the lessons are laid out in a logical way with recommendations for the teachers how to teach them. These are not prescriptive, they're recommendations for the teacher. As well, planning is a critical element of the program. All the planning is done, both the yearly planning and the fortnightly planning is done for the teachers, which they can adapt to suit the needs of their own particular class. Resources take a lot of time to source for any program, but all of this is done in the technology for the teachers, and there's a comprehensive range of pictures, cards, masks, puppets, along with bingo cards. In addition, there's a plethora of games which help the children acquire the language and particularly achieve the learning outcomes of the primary language curriculum. Probably the main reason Bona Cainte has been successful is its simplicity and easy to use. It is very easy to use, it is completely logical, you need no technology skills to follow the program. The animations are of the highest quality, but in particular, it's the way the language is graded is the key element to success. Children can learn language in many ways, and words are important, but we put particular emphasis on learning a structure. a simple structure that's repeated again and again. Words will not allow you to communicate with another child, but a simple structure will allow you, for example, tá leabhar agam, an bhfuil leabhar agat, so that children can communicate with one another. Once you have a structure, this can be developed, but words are very important, but not sufficient. Children can learn a second language in many ways, and one of the key components of Buna Cainte is CLIL, Content Language Integrated Learning, where there are many opportunities for the teacher to take the songs or the stories and teach those. For example, you can take some of the songs and teach it for a music lesson, and the children will learn their music, but they will also unknowingly learn a lot of Gaeilge as well. And this is done throughout the program, is highlighted in the teacher's manual, and teachers really seem to, and the children seem to enjoy this. The updated Buna Cainte 1 program will be available very shortly for teachers to see a sample of what is ahead of them, and hopefully they will enjoy the new program.